Greetings, Patrick here. Have Cheetah Will View, and we are here with our review of the 2025 film Greet Your Demons, written and directed by Joe Leone, and starring Remy Eve, Adrienne Loren, Sarah Jack. Uh, so the movie, this is a very interesting movie. Um, it's a premise that we've seen before, and that is a person has locked in a coma. We've seen this in Ghost Story, Doom Room, The Abandoned. We've covered. Actually, we just got done covering The Abandoned for the ISC Midnight Show. It's an interesting premise because you always wonder about people locked in comas. Is like, what do they see? What do they hear? From what we understand, they hear everything. They just are not able to respond to it. I mean, as long as they have a brain pattern, they can hear us. They can understand us. So we meet Helena, who is in a coma. She is at home, and she is. They have sent her home to be taken care of, but it doesn't really look too promising for her. Um, but Helena meets her guide. She meets a guide named Sharon, who tells her that there is a chance for her. She has a chance to come out of this. Um, and so Helena wants to know how do I do that? And Sharon says you basically have to overcome the demons in your life. So Helena has to meet and conquer everything that's ever happened to her in her life. Broken relationships, broken friendships, not a good relationship with her mom, bulimic. Um, uh, uh, she's just a hot ball of mess, and it seems like every encounter every setback that happens to her, puts her deeper and deeper into depression and anxiety. And we go with her as she meets these demons, and she slowly starts to overcome them. She's realizing that she's the one that's been giving them all this power, and so now she's taking it back. But the thing is that every demon is stronger than the past, so it takes and the energy it takes to fight them is draining her physical body. Her physical body is rapidly decaying. It's rapidly dying. She's starting to. She can't hang on very much longer. She has to hurry up and beat these demons if she has any chance of recovery. And we continue to see what's going on over and over until she meets her last one, her last demon. And then we find out what led Helena to where she's at now. Why is she in the position she is now? And once we see that, we understand why that she is where she's at, and 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 her chances of surviving this hinge on one last battle with her inner self. She is her own worst demon. And in order to have any chance at all, she has to defeat that. Um, wow, this is like I said, this is a different type of movie for Joe Leone. When the movie first started, it started out quite honestly like a after school special. Not a bad thing, trust me when I say that. It was very gentle, and the demons, they seem to be, you know, it just seemed to be really soft-hearted. It was like it's more of a drama than it is a horror film. It's not a horror film. It's a drama. It's a drama for sure. Um, and Elena, she battles, uh, and the demons get worse, and she meets demons of rage, of hate, of just various rage, um, And as we can see that she has so much to overcome, and she made all the wrong choices. And we feel for her, even though the term that she's your own worst enemy. Well, that applies to Helena in this movie. But the movie turns darker. It does go there. It gets dark, and the parents are watching their daughter while she's battling the demons that's affecting her physical body, and that includes flatlining, like she's close to dying, and there's really when the doctors say there's really no chance, you know, even though she's still fighting hard. We wonder, will she be able to make it out alive with this or not? And when she gets a chance to, she said that she wants to move on. She wants to live. Um, and then we find out, like I said, we find out why she's here, and we sort of know that. Yeah. Well, if you've seen the other movies I have mentioned, then you have an idea how this is going to go. Um, but it's always the getting there that's interesting, isn't it? Um, Great performances in this movie too. The two outstanding performances for me were Remy Eve as Helena and Adrienne Loren as Sharon. Both those ladies, once again, Joe Leone. What can I say? That guy, every movie that he has done, I love watching his films. When he's got a new one coming out, I am so excited to see it because I know that he has discovered somebody, an actor that needs to be looked at, and he's done it again. Um, as you're watching this review, then you already know that we've already interviewed Joe and his leading lady, Remy Eve, on 8 Questions with. Um, not the traditional girl leading lady that he usually uses. I really like Remy. Remy has some strength to her. Um, I liked her. Initially I was a little, watching her, you watching Elena, and she's not really likable. The character's not really likable, but as the movie goes on, Remy, she makes Helena matter. She makes Helena vital, and you find yourself really pulling hard, even though you're up against the wall, but you're really pushing hard, and um, it's a satisfying movie. I enjoyed the ending. I think it was appropriate. I thought it was exactly right. I think that if and I like the message that was being sent. Um, I think sometimes we make choices that we have to live with, and no matter what, even though we may have changed our minds, the dice has been rolled, and you got to go with it. So, and I thought Remy did a really nice job portraying Helena as that type of girl. Um, but again, Joe Leone, he discovers great stars in the making. We've already met several already, and you'll meet two more here. Actually, three. I would sit there and say. I would sit there and say I was. There's another Sarah Jack who plays the lying demon. She was really spunky too. She was very interesting. I would be shocked to find out if she has not done any Rocky Horror Picture Show because she looked like she looked like Columbia, and I thought she was really darling as well. But she played the lying demon who was always throwing a wrench in everything. Um, but Adrienne Loren and Remy Eve are definitely two just to keep an eye out for. Um, uh, I tell you one thing too, what this movie really made me think about too, and that is Joe makes some magic out of whatever budget he has. Um, but boy, it's sort of like Austin Galante from Sanguine Road. I was talking with this, I know, not the usual review, right? I was talking about this with another reviewer, and I would love to see Joe Leone walk up there and someone give him $1 million to make a movie. I would love to see it. He does his best with what he has here. You could definitely tell that the budget is really low, real low, and but he does the best with what he's got. He's got a story to tell, and he's going to tell it. And I think he does the best. He does the best with what he has. I would have loved to see this movie with a $250,000 budget. I would like to see some effects and the effects that he has are okay. But could you just imagine if he just would have had like a money, he would have really turned it up. Really, I mean, this would have been like, yeah. As it is, it's still a yeah. But it's like what would it look like with $1 million behind it? It would be spectacular looking and meaningful, and talked about. Hopefully, this movie will be talked about. And while the language is rated R, with parental guidance, I would sit there and say any teenager and his parents who want to watch Greet Your Demons, I would say it'd be a good idea. I'd be fine. This movie would be fine for that kind of viewing. All right. Well, that is our review for Greet Your Demons. This is a very good movie. Very strong cast, and the writing's very good too. Um, I enjoyed it. I think everybody gave their best. It's an interesting movie, and one that you'll probably end up coming back and watching again, because I know I will. Hopefully, this will get a physical release. As of now, it's supposed to be just streaming, but hopefully, if people watch it, I saw this on Fawesome for free. Hopefully enough people will watch it and demand it that there will be a physical release for it. Um, but otherwise, that is it for us. Um, Thank you so much for watching. If you have you seen a movie like that, have you seen one of the three movies or another movie where someone is trapped in their own head, be it coma or locked in syndrome? It's an interesting topic for a movie. Um, but if you've ever seen a movie like that, come back and tell us which one you saw and what made it so special. I gave my three that I thought were very interesting, and I'd like to hear the movies you think are interesting. Um, and thank you for not only watching this review and leaving a comment, but thank you for supporting my interview with Joe Leone and Remy Eve. We'll be talking to them on May 7th. All right. See you soon. Peace.